Hello, I'm John, and tonight we begin our journey into the Viking Age. Not with swords, not with raids, but with silence, with the soft whispers of the north. Longhouse, as sleep slowly finds you. Close your eyes, let your breath slow, and allow yourself to drift as we step gently into a quiet Viking night. Scene 1. The village at dusk. The year is 873, far to the north, where mountains cut into the sky like great dark teeth, and the sea folds into narrow inlets, creating what the Vikings called fjords. A village rests there, its wooden longhouses scattered along the snowy earth, surrounded by pine trees, their branches heavy with frost. The day's work is finished. The boats have returned, their nets full of fish, the smell of the sea lingering on wool and wood. Inside the village, fires are lit. The evening meal has been eaten. Simple food, bread made from barley, a pot of fish stew warmed over a low flame. The people sit quietly, talking in soft voices about the day, about the weather, and sometimes about the gods. But tonight, the voices are low, almost whispers, because the day has been long, and the night promises deep, heavy sleep. Scene 2. Inside the longhouse, we step inside. The door creaks gently, and warmth greets us like an old friend. The air smells of wood smoke and wool, of salted fish and dried herbs. A single fire glows in the center, its light soft and golden, dancing on the carved wooden beams above. Along the walls, people lie on beds of straw, covered with furs. Some talk quietly, others polish tools, while one old man sharpens a simple axe. A woman hums softly, a lullaby for her child, in a tongue long forgotten, the words smooth, round, rolling gently like waves on a still shore. A small dog curls up by the hearth, its tail wrapped to its nose, breathing slowly, already deep in sleep. The child's eyes grow heavy, the sound of the lullaby blending with the crackling fire, until into dreams. Scene 3. Outside in the fjord. Outside, the night is clear and cold. The stars shine brightly overhead, their light reflecting on the black, still water. A single longboat rests near the dock, its oars neatly tied, its dragon-headed bow looking silently to the sky. The fjord is calm tonight. No sails, only peace. The sound of a distant owl echoes across the valley, and a lone figure, perhaps a watchman, walks slowly along the edge of the village, not out of fear, but out of habit. A rhythm kept for generations. In the far distance, the faint shimmer of the northern lights dances in the sky. Pale green curtains, moving like ghosts, slow, beautiful, like the world is gently exhaling. Scene 4. Sleep settles in back in the longhouse. The fire burns lower, and the room is filled with slow, deep breathing. One by one, the voices have gone silent. The axe is set down, the tools put away. There is no sound now but the crackle of the fire. Nature itself. The smell of smoke and wool wraps around you, a sense of safety, a sense of rest. For centuries, nights like this have come and gone unchanged. 2 can rest now. The Viking night will keep its watch, as it has for generations. Outro, gentle closure, and as you drift, far away from the cold and into the warmth of your own dreams, know that for tomorrow we will return to the north once more. to find more whispers of the north. Viking nights for sleep. Good night. Morning arrives slowly in the north. The sky, a pale gray blue, spreads gently over the frozen fjord. There is no alarm here, no loud call to rise. Only the soft sounds of life returning to motion. Inside the longhouse, the fire is rekindled. From last night's embers, a faint glow, growing warmer, stronger, until it spreads through the room. One by one, the villagers stretch and yawn, pulling on warm wool tunics, slipping into thick boots, their breaths white in the cold morning air. There is no hurry, no rush. The north has its own rhythm, and the people follow it. Like a slow heartbeat, the first task of the day is simple: to care for the animals. A young boy, no older than 12, carries a wooden pail of water to the goats. He strokes one gently behind the ear, whispering soft words, while the animal nuzzles his sleeve. Nearby, a girl scatters feed for the chickens, her small boots crunching in the snow. The birds cluck and scratch, content with their breakfast. A farmer checks on the pigs, nods to himself, and pats their broad backs. He has done this every day of his life, and he will do it again tomorrow, because in the north, routine is safety. At the edge of the fjord, a fisherman sits quietly on a wooden stool, checking his nets. His hands are strong, his fingers calloused, but gentle as he untangles each knot. The net has brought in cod, the smell of the sea clinging to the catch. He hums softly to himself, a tune older than memory, something his father once sang, and his grandfather before him. A small boat, simple but sturdy, rests beside him on the shore. It will go out later, not far, just enough to bring back enough fish for dinner. Elsewhere, a craftsman shapes a piece of wood, shavings falling like pale curls onto the floor. He is making a spoon, the handle carved with delicate knots. Another man, the blacksmith, holds a glowing piece of iron with tongs, shaping it slowly with his hammer. The clang of metal is soft, measured, rhythmic, like a heartbeat in steel. A woman spins wool, hands moving in a quiet dance, the fibers twisting smoothly into thread, each movement slow, patient, almost meditative. This is Viking life, not chaos, but calm. The piece of work done with care, with no need for speed. By midday, the sun is still low in the sky, a pale disk behind thin clouds. The villagers gather in the longhouse again, where a pot of warm fish broth waits. The smell is soft and earthy, blending with the ever-present scent of smoke and wool. Wooden bowls are passed, spoons scraping gently, the sound quiet, reassuring. Conversation is soft, almost whispers. They talk about the nets, the animals, the weather, always the weather. When the meal is finished, some rest against the walls, pulling furs around their shoulders. Others sit silently by the fire, eyes half closed, listening to the gentle crackle as afternoon fades. More wood is brought in, chopped carefully. Stacked near the hearth, the nets are hung to dry, tools put away. The animals are fed again, then lead closer to the warmth of the longhouse for the night. Outside, the fjord grows dark again, the reflection of the first evening star shimmering on the still water. Life slows, as if even the earth itself is settling to rest. And as you watch these people, so calm, so steady, you feel the same rhythm. No rush, no pressure, only the natural pace of life. Let that rhythm fill you. Let it slow your breathing. Let it soften your eyes and carry you gently into stillness, into rest, into sleep. Evening settles over the fjord once more. The sky deepens into a dark, velvety blue, and the cold outside sharpens just a little more. Inside the longhouse, the fire glows warm, its light a soft, golden pulse on the carved wooden walls. Shadows sway with the flames, moving like slow dancers, smoothing the edges of every surface. The people return from their tasks, bringing with them the smell of wood, of earth, of sea salt from the nets still drying by the doorway. Boots are removed. Woolen cloaks are hung on pegs, and the sound of footsteps softens into stillness. The evening meal is ready. A pot of fish stew simmers gently above the hearth, its aroma weaving through the room, warm and earthy, rich with herbs carefully dried in the warmer months. Wooden bowls are passed hand to hand, each person taking their portion, grateful, silent, except for the clink of spoons and the low hum of soft conversation. Children sit close to their parents, faces lit by firelight, eyes reflecting orange and gold. A girl laughs softly at something her brother whispers, a small sound, light as feathers. The elder at the head of the room lifts his cup, not to toast, but to give thanks, his voice slow, measured, carrying words that have been spoken for generations. After the meal, the bowls are stacked, the last embers of stew scraped from the pot. A man takes out a small wooden harp, its strings delicate, fingers plucking slowly, soft notes filling the air like drifting snowflakes. Nearby, a mother braids her daughter's hair, her hands moving gently, patiently, while the girl leans into her warmth. An older boy sits by the fire, whittling a small wooden figure, his face calm, focused not on speed, but on shaping each curve with care across the room. Two men speak quietly about tomorrow's plans, whether the nets will go deeper into the fjord, whether woodcutting will need more hands, but their voices stay low, almost whispers. Out of respect for the growing silence of night, the hearth is the heart of the longhouse, and tonight, as every night, it becomes a stage for quiet stories. The elder leans forward, hands resting on his knees, and begins to speak. His voice is deep, slow, a little rough with age, but steady. He tells of Odin, of how the Allfather traded an eye for wisdom, drank from the well of knowledge, and learned secrets of the universe itself. He tells of Thor, of thunder and storms, of courage and strength. But tonight, he does not tell of war or death. He speaks of how the gods watch over the simple things, the hearth, the home, the bond between kin. Children listen with wide, sleepy eyes, heads resting on parents' laps, the rhythm of the elder's words, a lullaby of its own. Not far from the hearth, a few animals rest as well. A goat lies curled near the door, its ears twitching slightly, comforted by the warm space. A dog stretches, tail thumping once against the wooden floor, before settling its head on its paws. Its breathing slows, matching the growing quiet, a soft rhythm of loyalty and peace. These creatures are more than animals here. They are part of the family, protected and cherished, their warmth as important as any blanket. The harp music fades, the fire burns lower, and one by one, people drift into rest. A man pulls a fur over his shoulders and lies back, eyes closing instantly. A child curls into her mother's side, a small hand gripping wool, face already softened in dreams. The elder who told the stories only moments ago is now silent as well, head tilted gently forward, breathing deep and slow. This is Viking life at night. Not raids, not restless sails on foreign seas, but peace and family and quiet. And as you sit near that hearth, feeling the warmth on your skin, hearing the quiet breathing of those around you, you too begin to drift. The flicker of fire, the soft pluck of the harp's final note, the weight of fur on your shoulders, all of it pulls you gently, easily into rest. Like this longhouse, you are safe. Like these people, you are warm. And like them, you too can let go and sleep. The longhouse is warm, the hearth still glowing, but the voices have gone quiet now. Children are already asleep, heads resting on soft wool blankets, dreams settling over them like snow on a silent field. The adults remain awake a little longer, but even their movements are slow, soft, peaceful. This is the time of night for reflection, for small rituals passed down for generations. For these people, life is guided by the old gods. They believe in Odin, the seeker of wisdom, one-eyed and wandering. They believe in Thor, strong, brave, defender against chaos and frost. They honor Freya, bringer of beauty, of love, of the quiet magic of life. But tonight, there is no grand ceremony, no loud sacrifice, only whispers, soft and private. A woman kneels by her bed of straw, touching a small wooden pendant, a carving of Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, holding it in her hands, and whispering thanks. A man places a hand on the beam near the fire, carved with small runes, asking silently for protection through the night. These rituals are small, humble, but they are sacred, binding the people not only to their gods, but to each other and to the land. Furs are shaken out, blankets spread evenly. A mother smooths her child's hair, tucking her in again, even though she is already sleeping deeply. Another man checks the fire, adding just enough wood to keep it glowing until morning. Not too much, not too little. The longhouse grows quiet, except for the occasional soft cough, the shifting of someone settling in, the gentle scrape of a wooden cup being placed aside. A few people sit in silence, heads bowed, perhaps thinking of loved ones lost at sea, or giving silent thanks for another day survived in the cold north dot outside. The fjord is still. Snow drifts gently from the mountains, landing soft, like feathers, on roofs and frozen earth. Somewhere in the dark, an owl calls once, low and distant, then fades into silence again. The watchman outside stamps his feet against the cold, pulls his cloak tighter, and continues his slow walk, eyes scanning the dark tree line, though he expects nothing to come. This is his ritual, too, to keep the others safe, to keep the village calm. Inside, a dog gives a sleepy sigh, paws twitching as it dreams. The goat near the doorway shifts slightly, bell faintly jingling, then stills. The longhouse itself creaks softly, wood adjusting to the cold, but otherwise it is silent. The Vikings do not pray for riches tonight. They do not ask for victory. In war, their whispers are smaller, for health, for warmth, for safe travel of family far away, and for peaceful dreams. A young man holds a tiny wooden figure of Odin, its details worn smooth from many hands. He rubs it once, sets it carefully by his bed, and lies back with a long, slow exhale. An older woman ties a small pouch of dried herbs above her sleeping place, a charm for protection and good dreams. The scent of sage and juniper mixes with the wood smoke, adding a deeper calm to the room. The fire lowers to an amber glow. Shadows lengthen and breaths grow slower. One by one, the last few awake, settle into their beds. A final soft cough, a whisper of good night, and then stillness, the warmth of fur, the faint crackle of the hearth, the smell of herbs and wood. All of it wraps around you, soft and heavy, inviting your own eyes to close, your own breath. Too slow like them, you are safe here. Like them, you are warm. Like them, you are ready to let go. So breathe deeply, feel your chest rise and fall slowly, and imagine yourself lying in that longhouse, surrounded by quiet lives, sacred rituals. Midnight settles softly over the fjord. The world outside is still, so still it feels almost sacred. Inside the longhouse, the hearth glows low, only a soft amber light shimmering on the carved wooden beams. Everyone is asleep now. The breathing of the villagers blends into a single rhythm, slow, steady, peaceful. The air is warm, carrying the scent of wood smoke and wool, mixed faintly with herbs hung to dry above the fire. Even the dog by the door is completely still. Pause, twitching once as it dreams, before settling into silence again. Here, there is no danger, no rush, no noise. The world outside may be wild, but inside you are safe. The thick wooden walls, the warm furs, the soft hum of a sleeping community. It all wraps around you like a blanket for the soul. You are not alone here. You are part of the longhouse now, part of the rhythm of this ancient night. So breathe slowly in through your nose. Hold it just for a moment, and then release, long and easy again. In slowly, feel the air warming your chest, and release, like a whisper on the wind. Every breath draws you deeper. Every breath pulls you further into the quiet of this Viking night. The fire crackles gently, soft and comforting, its warmth steady, unwavering, like the heartbeat of the home itself. You think back on the day you have just witnessed, the people tending their animals, fishing, working wood and iron with careful hands. You saw them share food, stories, quiet moments of music and love, and now they sleep. They trust one another, trust the watchman outside, trust the walls that keep out the cold. This is what life was truly like long ago. Simple, steady, peaceful. Your body feels heavy now, arms resting easily at your sides, legs soft and loose. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to fix, nowhere else you need to be. The warmth of the longhouse wraps around you, like soft fur pulled across your shoulders. The sound of slow breathing all around you guides your own, slower and slower, until you feel yourself drifting, weightless. Even as you rest, the watchman continues his slow walk. His boots crunch softly in the snow, his lantern swinging gently in the dark. He is awake for you, for everyone, and because he is awake, you don't need to be. You are free to let go. You are free to trust the night, to trust the warmth of this Viking home and the stillness of this fjord that has held life safe for centuries. Scene final induction. Close your eyes completely now, and imagine yourself lying under a soft fur blanket, the smell of wood smoke in your hair, the faint sound of fire nearby. Outside, the northern lights still dance in silence, but you will not see them tonight because your eyes are heavy. So heavy, closing deeper and deeper. Your thoughts slow. Your body melts into the bed beneath you, and all the weight you carried today falls away, like snow from a branch. Asterisk, and so ends tonight's journey to a quiet Viking longhouse, a home of warmth and simple peace. Thank you for traveling with me, for listening, for resting here tonight. We will return again to find more whispers of the north, more soft stories of quiet lives, guiding you gently into sleep. For now, sleep well, traveler. The night will keep watch, and when morning comes, you will wake rested, calm, and safe. Good night.